Hi, my name's Miss Martha from the Evanston Public Library, and this is my friend and husband, Mr. Rick. Since we're sheltering at home, stories are the best way to feel like you've traveled and met interesting characters. Today, we're going to tell a story using regular kitchen supplies.
What have we got?
We have 2 bowls.
2 bowls.
We have 3 heads of garlic. We have 3 vitamin bottles. And we have an avocado. What kind of story can we tell with these kitchen supplies?
We can tell the story of the Hobyahs. This is an Old English story, and you can do the voice of the monsters in the story. And they sound like this. They start quiet and they get louder, like this. Hobyah, Hobyah, Hobyah! You ready?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Once upon a time, there was a little girl.
Oh.
And she lived in the woods with a very old man and a very old woman. And her house was made of turnips.
Turnips.
Turnips are a crunchy vegetable. They also had a wonderful guard dog, and his name was Turpy. Ruff, ruff.
One night,
They went to bed. The little girl went to bed, and the old woman went to bed, and the old man went to bed.
and that night, when they were all lying asleep in their beds, do you know what happened? The Hobyahs came. They came jumping toward the house, and they said, Hobyah, Hobyah, Hobyah! Tear down the turnip house. Chase away the old man. Chase away the old woman. Put the little girl in the Hobyah bag. And they got closer and closer to the house.
But Turpy heard them, and he stood in the doorway and he barked, ruff, 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 and he scared all those Hobyahs away. But he woke up the old man, and the old man was not happy. The old man said, "You bark so loud, you woke me up. I can't get any sleep." So the next night, when the little girl went to bed and the old woman went to bed, the old man put Turpy in a turnip bag. Now you will be quiet, and I will be able to get some sleep.
And that night, when they were all lying asleep, do you know what happened? The Hobyahs came again. They came jumping toward the house, saying, Hobyah, Hobyah, Hobyah! Tear down the turnip house, chase away the old man, chase away the old woman, and put the little girl in the Hobyah bag.
But Turpy heard them, and he freed himself from the bag, and he stood in the doorway, and he barked, row, 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 row. And he scared away all the Hobyahs.
Good.
But he also woke up the old man. And the old man was not happy. The old man said, "You bark so loud, I can't get any sleep." So that night, when they went to bed, when the little girl went to bed, and the old woman went to bed, the old man put Turpy in the turnip bag, and then he put him in the turnip box, and then he tied it with turnip string, and he said, "Now you will be quiet, and I will be able to get some sleep."
But that night, do you know what happened? The Hobyahs came again. They came jumping toward the house, saying, Hobyah, Hobyah, Hobyah! Tear down the turnip house, chase away the old man, chase away the old woman, and put the little girl in the Hobyah bag. And they got closer and closer to the house.
And Turpy heard them, and he worked and worked, but he could not get out of the turnip box.
Uh-oh. So the Hobyahs tore down the turnip house. They spied the old man, chased him off. They spied the old woman, chased her off. They spied the little girl, and they carried her off with them. And they went all the way to the Hobyah cave. And then they put the little girl in the Hobyah bag. And they took turns jumping on the bag and saying, "Looky me, looky me, looky me."
Meanwhile, the old man and the old woman met up together in the woods. And they said, Where's the little girl? I thought you had her. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
So then they went back to the site of the turnip house to find her. But all that they found at the turnip house, when they looked and looked and looked for the little girl,
the turnip box,
was the turnip box, and inside was Turpie. And so the old woman took out her scissors, snip, and cut the turnip box, and opened the turnip box, and Turpie freed himself from the bag, and he came out. And when he came out, he was sniffing, because he could smell where the Hobyahs had taken the little girl. And he led the little girl, the little girl's family, the old man and the old woman, through the woods, looking and looking for her.
and he led them all the way to the mouth of the Hobyah cave.
And what did they hear inside?
They listened and they heard.
It was the little girl!
She was crying.
She was crying. So they took the Hobyah bag off of her and they gave her a big hug. Oh, and they were so grateful to have her back. But then the old man had an idea about how to keep them safe. He said, let's put Turpie in the bag. And then the old man and the old woman and the little girl all went off to rebuild the turnip house.
And that night, when it got dark, at the back of the cave, the Hobyahs woke up. And they came to the front of the cave and they saw the box there. And they thought, oh, now we'll eat that little girl. So they opened up the bag. And when they did, whoa, out came Turpie. And Turpie ate up every last one of the Hobyahs. And that's why there are no more Hobyahs left today.
And maybe that's why dogs have bad breath.
And that's why you never hear anymore, Hobyah, Hobyah, Hobyah! And that's the story.
Snip, snap, snout, this tale's told out. Now it's your turn to tell a story. What kitchen supplies will you use? What story will you tell?